Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Benediction Gamer aka PokéXebz back again with another video, and today continuation of my NPC trials. So today the NPC that we're going to be playing as is the Pokémaniac. So quick rundown of the Pokemon that you can use. So I've looked through the archives and the Pokemon that have been featured in the previous games up until now so far have been Slowbro, Charizard, Gyarados and Ampharos. So because of this and because we've only got 4 Pokemon, we're going to add an additional 2. So the 2 that I'm going to add to this are going to be the mascots of Pokemon. So we're going to have Pikachu, of course, and then Pachirisu, because everyone loves Pachirisu, to finish it up. So hopefully we can do well in this challenge. Try and incorporate all 6 Pokemon if I can. So we'll run 3 games now and see how many we can win. But without further ado, let's get into the gameplay, and I hope you enjoy it. And okay, let's get this challenge started and jump into game 1. So coming up against a Mimikyu and an Umbreon, interesting one. I'm curious to see where the Umbreon's going to go. It's probably going to be a combination of running Taunt and Foul Play are going to be the main things we're going to want to worry about. So Mimikyu is most likely going to be a physical attacker, so let's get a Will-O-Wisp on it. I don't think most people are going to expect me to be running a Will-O-Wisp on this Charizard. But it's going to prove pretty useful, especially in matchups like this. So yeah, Will-O-Wisp straight off the bat, and then Pachirisu where we can. Let's try and get Super Fang in. So we're going to go for Super Fang onto the Umbreon, because to be honest I think it's probably the most damage I'm going to be able to put out with the Pachirisu. But unfortunately we're not going to be putting out any damage at all, as we've missed. So yeah, good start in some ways, bad start in other ways. But as we see, Taunt coming up there. Now Trick Room coming. This could be a bit awkward for us. We're not running any Pokemon that are well equipped for a Trick Room, unfortunately. We've left Selena Bromez, our Slowbro, back in the party. Turns out this would have been a good game to bring it in. Was I expecting to come into a Trick Room team now? Not exactly. So let's see how we're going to play this out. I think our best options are potentially on the Pachirisu. Is do we go for a Nuzzle on the Umbreon? Just try to reduce its speed. Make sure that we're always winning the speed matchup. But then potentially I think we're probably ahead in the speed match to begin with. And then is it a case, should we switch Charizard out at this point to bring Gyarados into the field and put on Intimidate, lower Mimikyu's stats even further, make it somewhat null and void, or is it best to keep Charizard on the field, potentially just look at putting damage into Umbreon? But we're going to go for a Super Fang in the end and switch out the Charizard. So we're going to bring in the Gyarados now to say lower the attack stats onto the Mimikyu. The Umbreon is most likely going to be a special attacker, so it's not going to matter so much, and also running in a focus. So we can see this not coming down. So next move coming from Umbreon, a Wish. So far we've seen Taunt and Wish. Neither of those attacking moves. I would imagine the only attacking move it's probably running is Foul Play, which against my team it probably isn't going to be the best move, because I think, yeah, the only physical attacker I've picked in the 4 is going to be the Gyarados. And looks like we've got a reasonable bit of chip damage onto the Umbreon already. So can we come in now and potentially take it out this turn? So I'm thinking, yeah, Waterfall is probably best option on the Gyarados. It's going to be the probably highest damage, also probably highest accuracy move as well that we've got available. In terms of using a move on the Pachirisu, I say I'm unsure on this one because I'm not sure what sort of damage we're putting out, so I think let's try to go for the Thunder onto the Mimikyu, put as much damage as we can. But I've actually made well, it wasn't a misplay. I do realise now what I've actually done. I didn't want to waste a Thunder. I wanted to ensure I was definitely hitting the Mimikyu. I knew the Disguise was still up, so I've gone for the Nuzzle. And to be honest with you, I thought the Will-O-Wisp would probably bust the Disguise. I feel like it should. If it's taking damage, it should be busting the Disguise, especially if it's burnt. If you're on fire, you should be taking off your Disguise, guys, right? Stop, drop and roll, people. Stop, drop and roll. But we busted the disguise now, so yeah, in a good position to take out this Mimikyu now. We see foul play coming in from the Umbreon, so it's definitely running an attacking move. Unlike previous, definitely the previous, I believe it was in the Dragon Tamer challenge, we encountered a team, I believe it was the Arbeliever, which had no attacking moves, so yeah. So definitely always favourable to be running at least one attacking move on your status setters. But yeah, so coming in, well, hello there indeed. My Pachyrisu's looking at me. Hey girl, how you doing? Look at you, you little pink fox, you little pink minx. Hi, my name's Patch. Let me introduce myself. So yeah, back to the actual gameplay. So thinking, right, best alternative, do we potentially go for the terrestrialization to get that extra stab, but it's risky with the Pachirisu coming on. Potentially, yeah, if it looks to thunder into us. We'll see how this one goes. So I'm thinking best play here, Umbreon. If it comes with a foul play, and then worst comes, but we know we've got two special attackers sat in the back row, so we're hoping that shouldn't be an issue in that regard. But as we see, coming in with Follow Me wasn't great. That's taking a Hurricane away from us, which would have been going on to the Umbreon. Not done a lot of damage, but reasonable chip damage. Would have broke a sash if their Pachirisu was for whatever reason sashed. So coming into this play, I'm thinking, well, if you're going to run a Follow Me, then right, I'm going to try and double up into you, although I realise at this point it's probably questionable play. Because there's a good chance they're running Protect on the Pachirisu, and if they run a Protect, then yeah, I've made an absolute misplay here. But we're going to see how this one goes. So actually no, it's worked out very much in my favour. They've pulled out the Pachirisu, bringing in the Dragonite now. Maybe the case that we don't do the most damage, but I think we should get a decent bit of chip damage on it. For whatever reason it's running multi-scale, then we're going to be breaking that at least. But yeah, so you'd imagine most Dragonites shouldn't be running multi-scale in double battles, just due to most people in the higher metas not understanding how it works. And to be fair, I forget the name of the... Is it Inner Focus? His other ability? Either way, the ability to avoid flinch is probably the one to go for. Yeah, very useful in this meta, especially against yeah, a lot of these fake out users. So let's have a look into this one now. So we brought King Charles out, our Charizard. This is trying to deal with the Dragonite, so hopefully we can come in now with a Dragon Pulse, and hopefully, yeah, just finish it in the one hit. And then Pachirisu, I think we're going to try and come in with a Super Fang and just get a little bit of damage onto the Umbreon. Or actually no, alternatively I have gone for the Thunder, which was just to ensure the kill onto the Dragonite. But as we see, as I early stated, I did have a feeling that we weren't going to be doing too much damage with the electric moves onto the Umbreon. And it does seem to be the case there. It's taking a Thunder and not taking that much damage. But let's see how this goes. Pachirisu's girlfriend's come back onto the field. He's excited now, but unfortunately he's going to have to kill her. But that's just how it is in Love and War. And so yes, Dragonite comes in, says, yeah, sorry mate, you might be having a lovely romantic time, but it's going to have to end. Dragon Pulse straight to the face, see you later. He says, how do you like that money shot? But then you see, yeah, coming in with Super Fang, reasonable bit of damage. nice bit of chip onto the Umbreon, so that should put us in good stead to get the Umbreon out. But then we look, the Wish forever coming back, so it looks like Umbreon's going to be back to healing up, but it should be in a case that in this turn we can take it down with these two Pokemon. And I think we're going to be off to a grand old start on the Pokémaniac challenge. And guys, is this 3 challenges in a row? Maybe even 4 where we've gone straight with a straight win on the first challenge. That's fantastic. And they didn't want to stick around, they've gone running. So let's get into game 2 now and see how we match up in this one. So they're coming in with a Toxapex and a Go-Goat. This is going to be a questionable matchup for me. So the Go-Goat I'm quite worried about, although we have got Intimidate down on it, so that's at least going to lower the attack a little bit, but we'd imagine it's going to be running Horn Leech. So at this point I'm thinking, yeah, okay, best thing to do is try and get the Nuzzle on the Go-Goat, somewhat try and nullify it. At this point I'm imagining the Toxapex. If it was me, I'd be Baneful Bunkering probably first turn, or setting a Toxic Spikes. Now due to this I thought, yeah, okay, so we'll double up into the Go-Goat, and hopefully also if I come in with a Hurricane on the Gyarados, that should be putting a reasonable bit of damage. Maybe enough to get a kill, but as we see, not a great deal at all. Potentially may have done more damage with a Waterfall, and that would have been not very effective. But you win some, you lose some. A little bit of chip at least. But we see coming in with a Bulk Up now. This could prove problematic for us, but then Hurricane is going to be a special move, so it's not going to inflict it too much. We can at least hopefully land one more Hurricane and put it in a nice kill range for a physical move at least. And so, choices. So I'm worried to keep the Gyarados on the field at this point. What is the best option to come into? Do I bring the Charizard onto the field? But I'm worried of it taking chip damage, so I'm thinking let's try save the Charizard for later. It also would have offered the opportunity to go for a Discharge, just in case the Toxapex doesn't feel like protecting. And then also we're not, hopefully, due to the typing, we're not going to be putting out too much damage onto our own partner. So we'll see how this move goes for us. Gyarados coming back to the partner now. Come back to me, Gyarados. We save you for later. And Ray the Gourmet coming out. Guys, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. I named it Ray, and then it turned out it's got the gourmet mark, and yeah, it rhymes. What can I say? So yeah, fantastic. Good damage onto the Go-Go. The Nuzzle is paying off fantastically. We've managed to get Paralyzation straight away. A little bit of chip damage onto the Toxapex as well. So we're going to see how this one plays. See, at this point, I'm really expecting a Baneful Bunker to come in on the Toxapex at some point. But if up until now you're not going to do it, we're going to really question it and say, okay, we'll go for a Thunder at that point then. If you're not going to run it, we'll see you off the field. And just to ensure it, we'll go for a double Thunder just in case one of them misses. You just can't always rely on Thunder nowadays. Well, you can never rely on Thunder. Back in the day it was even worse. But obviously, yeah, it seems like this person never saw PokéXebz and the Toxic Guard, because if they had, they'd realise Baneful Bunker, use it. So, a little bit chip damage onto the Go-Goat, and again, even further, managed to get a Paralyzation. So this Go-Go might as well have gone to the movies, because it's an absolute bystander in this fight. You're doing nothing, my friend. Here comes Tyranitar. You guys are probably thinking, yep, chance to level up the playing field, but little does he know, this Raichu comes a packing, my friend. Got a 12-inch slong and he's gonna throw it at you. So we've got, yeah, Surf. going to be super effective, and Grass Knot as well. At this point I'm thinking, yeah, Surf may be the option because I think there's a good chance Pachirisu may be going down this turn. But let's go for Grass Knot. Let's try not to take our own teammate down at this point. We love our little Pachirisu, so we wouldn't want to hurt it. And it's questionable because we don't want to hurt our Pachirisu. Do we save it for a little bit later? Also bring Gyarados in, get an Intimidate down, further intimidate the Go-Go, make it absolutely useless, and get an Intimidate down onto the Tyranitar. Yeah, make that somewhat useless, and at this point hopefully Raichu won't take too much damage from the inevitable. I would imagine it's going to be an Earthquake coming, and due to that as well, Gyarados shouldn't be taking any damage due to it being Flying type. So I think it was a good option to switch it in. But as we see, yeah, Raichu straight down there, but we managed to save our Pachirisu. And yeah, a moment of silence for Go-Go because he's been taken out by his own teammate. You're now a curry, my friend. And so we're going to switch back into, it's the point that, do we switch back into Pachirisu at this point, or is it going to be putting out enough damage or utility at this point? Is it best to just switch into the Charizard, and I hope that both these sweepers can bring it home for us. We're going to opt for the sweeper. Let's bring in King Charles. Queen is dead, long live the king. See, they're coming in with Braviary now. Now this is a Pokemon I didn't actually think was going to be featured when I saw their 6 Pokemon in the prep. Just due to my lineup, yeah, I thought that there's no way they're bringing the Braviary. It just doesn't match up well into pretty much everything I have. But they brought it, and we'll see how it does. At this point, I'm thinking the best thing I can do, terrestrialize into Charizard, just take that flying type away, make us pure fire. That should give us a little bit more bulk against the Tyranitar, although that does leave us exposed to an Earthquake. But I'm feeling, because we've got the speed matchup, I'm thinking Gyarados should be taking it out at this point. And as we see, yes, a Waterfall has managed to take it out, so it's not going to be an issue that we've changed to the Fire Terror, because we won't be taking any damage. And then coming in with a Brave Bird. Yeah, at this point, this guy, I'm not sure what's going on. He likes to self-inflict damage on himself, doesn't he? He's killed his own player, his own team once. He's now coming with a Brave Bird when it's probably not the most viable move, taking all his damage, and he's gone and killed himself. Absolute kamikaze player. Sandstorm's taking him down, and that gives us the second win. So fantastic. The Pokémaniac challenge is going fantastic. So let's get into the third game, see if we can go 3 from 3. Guys, you haven't missed anything so far, but I did miss slightly at the entry. Just managed to press record going into it. So that's why we're watching a bit of this communication phase here. So we see we're coming up against a Gimmighoul and the Iron version of Hydreigon. I don't know why I forget its name, I only just use Iron Jugulus. So we can see leading with a Charizard and Pachirisu. I led with Charizard because I thought Gimmighoul was a good chance it was going to be coming in. Unfortunately he's coming with a Rain Dance now. So that's going to put half damage on my fire attack, I believe. And due to this, we're not going to be getting a knockout onto String Cheese. That's a pretty good name for a Gimmighoul, to be fair. I got a feeling you might be English, mate, and you know what cheese string is. So yeah, reasonably good damage with the Flamethrower. We've come in with the Nuzzle onto the Iron Jugulus, and that will definitely secure the speed matchup for us. And then beautiful, now they put the Rain Dance up for us. Another player that's yeah, playing against themselves a little bit, so now we've got a better chance of hitting our Thunder, and I believe we're doing increased damage as well. They've managed to pull the Gimmighoul out, which is a little bit unfortunate because I was debating going for a different move. I had a feeling that Gimmighoul may be coming out, so potentially shouldn't be going for a Flamethrower, but at least a little bit of chip damage onto the Arcane line, which we shall take. And it doesn't matter they're doing the Arcane, the Intimidate, because both of our Pokemon are the special attackers. and it also won't affect Pachyrisu's Super Fang attack, because that's always going to be taking half damage. So we see Iron Hands coming in now. This could be an issue for us. It's option to run Thunder Punch. Yeah, could be an issue, especially for the Pokemon we've got in the back. So if we can, we need to try and focus on getting this Iron Hands out as soon as possible. And again, due to this, we're going to be trying to take the flying type away from the Charizard, so we're just going to be terroring into the full fire terror. I think this is going to be able to shore it up for us a little bit more, say give us more bulk, and hopefully we'll be able to stick around in this matchup against Iron Hands, put in a reasonable bit of damage. Hopefully, I don't know, we're coming with a Fake Out again, and say again, guys, what do I detest? I detest Fake Out. Fake Out and Yawn. Like, Yawn's playable around, Fake Out not so much, because what can you do? It happens. You're flinched, unless you've got a Pokemon that can't be flinched. Not a lot you're doing in this life. So we're going to see now, Pachirisu at least has managed to survive that turn, so potentially got a chance to get a Thunder off, and fantastic, and decent bit of chip damage onto the Arcanine. Should put us in good range for when Gyarados comes on now to get in Waterfall and just take it down in the one hit. So Pachirisu, you've been a valiant servant throughout this challenge. We appreciate you. You may have found a girlfriend along the way as well. We'll have to treat you to a nice romantic dinner at my old picnic, I guess. You can have a PokéXebz classic sandwich. It comes without a top. If you've played Pokemon Scarlet, you know what I mean. If you're putting the top on your sandwich, you're doing something wrong. And so, Raider Gourmet's coming in. Speaking of sandwiches, what's Ray serving up for us? And so, yeah, Intimidate as well, which is going to be nice to put that down onto the Iron Hands, make it a little less viable in this matchup. So we're going to see what sort of damage can we do. I'm thinking the best move potentially I could do with a Raichu was to go for the Grass Knot, because I've got a feeling, due to the fact Iron Hands is probably quite heavy, we should be doing a reasonable bit of damage with that one. But it could be strange, it could be one of those Pokemon that is massive but is actually light, so we'll see. And looks like it's switching out the Arcanine now, which was questionable for me. I think this is definitely giving me a chance back into the game. Because quite frankly, I think the better option would have been to go for an extreme speed. But what I believe they're going to be trying to play out now is try and play an Intimidate game. They'll go for what they've gone for one last switch, so they can bring it into lower down Gyarados, which may or may not work in their favour. We shall see. Fingers crossed for me that it doesn't, because I'd really like to go free from this challenge. So one of the funner teams to run for sure. Definitely when I looked through, I say the archives of the NPCs that I've picked for this challenge, it was definitely a team that appealed to me, especially I say with the 2 extra additions that I've put on. I said Pikachu originally, but I changed it for Raichu because, to be honest, Raichu's the better competitively, and I really love this surfing Raichu that I caught on the beach. And Pachirisu, it's been a real great help actually. So we see coming in with a Thunder now to get the finish onto the Gimmighoul. Gimmighoul, you've done nothing this game, and I absolutely love it, because what do I hate? I hate Gimmighoul. Iron Hands coming back onto the field now though. So it's going to be a difficult one. So Arcanine up left. We've got 49 health on the Raichu. Now at this point, if he comes in with an extreme speed, does that finish off the Raichu? I'm not too sure. The comeback coming with a Protect to try and bar off the game, but little do they know I've got Surf on the Raichu, so I can attack into both slots, and hopefully this is put enough damage onto the high-end hands that I can take it out next turn. But he's coming in with a Drain Punch, so this is going to be a bit problematic for myself. Am I doing enough damage in the next turn? We're now down to one Pokemon. The dream could be over, guys. The 3 from 3 could be over. We could be going 2 for 1. We've still got a lot of health on the Gyarados, but say, I think, yeah, one Thunder Punch, maybe 2. Definitely 2. So at best we've got 2 turns here, and we've got 2 Pokemon we need to take out, and no way of attacking both of them at the same time. So it's definitely gonna have to be done in 2 turns. But it looks like we are winning the speed matchup on the Iron Hands, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. I would expect to see an extreme speed from the Arcanine, but I'm also questioning now to myself, do we go for the Hurricane or for the Waterfall? But we've seen previously that the Hurricane wasn't doing too much damage, so I think we're going to opt for the Waterfall and just pray that it's doing enough damage. And the prayer was not answered. It was really not answered, because it would now appear that we most certainly should have gone Hurricane, and then even so further, because a Will-O-Wisp has now come in, which is going to be lower our attack stat even further, and our Waterfall is now horrendous. But there's a chance to get back in the game, guys. The game is not over. We've just managed to get a flinch. The game still could be on. The burn is irrelevant. Now, if we can get this attack in, it's a special attack. We've avoided the heat wave twice. This is fantastic. Yes, we've managed to get the Iron Hands down. Iron Hands, you are no more. Sayonara, friend. Just one Pokemon to beat, and it's one that we match up favourably against. I can't believe it, we've managed to turn it around. And he's not actually taken too much health from the Gyarados overall. It looks like we've got another Stooler on our hands. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm close enough in the burn threshold, my friend, so I won't be going to the burn unit today, my friend. It looks like you'll be going to the afterlife. Top it off, we're avoiding more attacks. And yes, what a way to win. What a game to end it on, guys. Fantastic. Well, 3 from 3. This has been so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this one, because I really have. And so, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, I've been Benediction Gamer, aka PokéXebz, and this has been the Pokemaniac Challenge. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I enjoyed these games thoroughly. It was a lot of fun. This team composition is quite good. Lacks in some departments, but other departments, yeah, pretty good. So yeah, we've seen we went 3 from 3, so yeah, very good team. Matches up against some of the others, much like the Swimmer Girl. Swimmer Girl is my favourite so far, but another one ticked off the list. Up next is going to be the Fire Breather Challenge, so stay tuned for that one. And as always, if you've got any good comments for suggestions for challenges that I should run, or teams that you think I would enjoy running, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to check them out. If you enjoy these videos, hit the subscribe button and be sure to stick around. And as always, people, keep it holy, and I'll catch you in the next one.